Hello everybody, welcome back to Evolve. We're going to be playing as Goalie in this one. We're on the main again. We're a big city Goliath in this one, because we're on Broken Hill Foundry, which is the game's only city map. I do wish that TRS would have done us a bit more of a solid before the game plummeted into the depths of, you know, products that shouldn't be Deadsville, by adding, you know, a bit more city-based maps, because I would have liked a bit more city-based maps. I know that it's like, you know, it's on an alien planet and it's, you know, supposed to be only recently inhabited by humans, but at the same time, you know, city maps are just city maps. Slim Hank, Wasteland Maggie Markov. This team is exceptional, but it falls off at Markov, which is one of the things you need against Goliath, because you sort of need to race him by DPS. So this team might actually be very weak. However, Slim Hank is hilariously disgusting, so we'll see. You know, they're just not going to have as much firepower as they would with other options on the assault side of things. Well, here goes. One of my favourite maps, obviously, because it is set in a city, this one. I do figure that, you know, in this particular map you're playing, because the city's on sort of lockdown, obviously for map parameters reasons, but, you know, you're the one that they locked the doors and thought, you know, oh shit, there's still one in here, that kind of thing. We get 2 stacks out of that. We get 3 out of that one. Give me that. Tuck into the rations. This one's a bit scary because it's right next to the drop zone. We need to be out of here soon because the hunters are going to be here. I'm going to skip that for that reason. Loot. So we'll be beelining over here now because we loaded birds. Let's get ourselves over there. Actually kill them, yeah I did. Yeah, they'll have line of sight there, so they're going to immediately come over. Yep, we're getting the fuck out of there, because that's Maggie at the front. Don't want to get domed. I have done my stage 1 Goliath video. Thank you very much. I'll do, we'll get ourselves to stage 2. I've been thinking of maybe just doing a stage 1 video with the monsters here and there anyway, just tucked into the regular uploads, you know? Just to keep things a bit spicy in places. I don't know. Thing is that I enjoy the Evolve aspect of the game, as you could probably imagine by the, you know, the title of the game itself anyway. It's one of the many beauties of this game, just watching your monster get bigger. We're gonna get fed up here, and then we will go and start our first engage. It's gonna be a lot of food. That is going to be 4, 8, 12, 16. I had to do the maths on the fly there. Ayo, what the fuck? I've not finished my meal yet. Get rid of that shit, thank you. He's there, there he is. So what Slim does, and you know what you're going to basically see as the most frustrating aspect of the fights in this one, is he removes my ability to see people, which is what you're currently witnessing by the spore cloud. He's also a vampiric based medic, so the more he damages me, the more he's going to be healing everybody else. We need to down Maggie before they get Hank up, because I need to get out. Wow, okay, that was very quick. Please disconnect the beam. Fuck, that's fine. Get around there. That was the harpoon, wasn't it? I thought it was a... Get me out. We're down to about half health there, which is not necessarily ideal. Give me that. Just refill our armor and we'll go back in anyway. I'm not going to evolve straight away here because we do need to get a few more strikes, ideally. I don't know if I have... No, I was going to say I don't have the elevation there anyway, I don't think. Let's get rid of that. We do get that, nice. He's going to have to waste time getting Daisy up. The harpoon was timed quite well there, but that's... Got the splash on him there, I think. Although... Do a reset, except we won't, because they, Maggie has just domed me. Misaimed that. So she's going to die immediately there because she's got 2 strikes, which is basically, you play Left 4 Dead when you get black and white screen and you die instantly when you're supposed to be uncapped. That's basically what that is. I'm going to do one more actually, because we need medic or assault ideally, just to get one of them on, a strike on one of them, I should say. Probably got to be alright with that actually, armor wise. Since Maggie's dead anyway, so... Shit, I mistimed that. We'll go for Slim. Although we're actually going to have to go for Hank here, I think, first. Splashed. I need to get him though, because he's going to keep shielding everybody else. Bollocks. How the fuck did I get up there? Okay. Bit of a shit situation. We're getting out. I guess we're going to stage 3 then. Team's got 2 methods of shielding because they've got the shield drones in this one. But yeah. Use the evolve to get a little bit of HP back. We'll also buff our damage by doing this, so... Stage 3. The best of stages. Although... Triple stack, that's nice. Overkill at that point though, because I don't need much more, but it's fine. As I always say, literally as fun as it fucking looks to just leap around like this. It feels very fluid in the game as well. His fucking swagger walk up the stairs, mate. I love the personality of this monster. The way, because it slows you down, it moves him down to a walk. I don't actually know where they are at the moment. You've got to be over this way actually, I think. We will take move speed though. My boys, where the fuck are you? Oh, okay. Here for some reason. Do the isolation there, that's going to be quite an easy kill on Hank. Good night. What? Okay, never mind. Stay away from me, what? Sorry, didn't quite finish there. Yeah, this fell apart very quickly. We were too clumped up, that's what's happened here. Excuse me, fucking hell. Allow me to throw it when I want to, please. Where the fuck? Okay. Suffering from raid boss luxuries here, of being actually too fucking swole to fit on this ledge. Just literally throw everything at him. Get rid of that so I don't have anything more to deal with. Fuck. Literally spotting a fly here. Can you move towards me? No, he's there. Fuck me, dude. This is like fucking stage 2 all over again. Seriously? There we go. That's probably not as bad as stage 2 Slim, that fucking stupid design they went for with him in stage 2 where it was like that but 10 times worse. So I didn't actually mean to eat the dog there, but that's fine. She goes to a noble cause because I need to get armor again because Daisy, at least Daisy and Hank are back. I think Markov might be with them as well, so I think we're going for another wave here. We shall prepare. Should I get on that? Ain't gonna see movement of this depth in fucking Dead by Daylight, mate. We'd have done about 27 laps around a fucking destroyed car at the moment. That'd have been your gameplay. Look at the fucking beautiful animations on that. Do you know what? These are the little, like, aspects of this game that fucking make it shine. Because compared to what we've got today, you can tell that actual fucking effort was put into it. There is situational, directional animations in this game, which is what you've just seen, that are stylized in a believable way of the specific monster that you're playing. It's pretty much over for this guy now, although I did fuck that up. I meant to sort of slide it down, grab it and then pull it down, but... He's calling for medic, is Slim alive? They don't normally do that, usually they shut up a bit when they're on their own. Too swole. Okay. Let's not. Well, I've got barely any armor. I just didn't pay attention to the respawn timers then, obviously. Ooh, that's going to be very nice. Cooldown reduction. It's probably one of the best buffs you can get for Goliath. It's going to make him very highly consistent with his damage. I'll do. Fucking... No, I do actually get out of that without having my armor zapped. It's fine. It's you first. Oh no, it's not. It's going to be... Where the fuck is Maggie? She's all the way down there for some reason. I'll get rid of that mine. He's there. That's dead. Nice, we do get that shit. I was gonna harpoon. I was trying to get through here because I'm too fucking big. He's down. Nice. Down goes Maggie. Massive overshoot. Shouldn't have done that. Good. We swapped both of them out there because Daisy was going underneath to revive Slim. There it is. Excellent. The little analogies were creeping in there, the comparisons, you know, you'll just have to get used to it if you do follow my videos. Time to times I do reference DBD and how fucking inferior it is to this game. It's just that, you know, the masses took to it and now it's an household name that I have to fucking suffer through. But you know, when you've got animations happening like that and the game goes out of its way to reward you as the monster player for being the monster and giving you, and also the hunters from the hunter perspective, the actual raid boss experience. It's very nice, but obviously this game's dead, and a game that is effectively Ring Around the Rosie Simulator, where you are chased by teenagers with shit animations and knives, you know, it kind of strikes a little bit of a chord, you know. It does hurt to see the fact that people think that that's actually a decent game in this day and age. I've still not, you know, come to terms with the fact that there are literally thousands of people who think that that is top of the industry. I don't know, man. I don't have any words for it, to be honest, when this exists. I mean, we're 8 years in at this point, so there's probably quite a lot of people who don't even know this exists anymore. So that's me sort of fucking copium there, in the vain hopes that maybe there is actually still some people with fucking standards out there. But as far as I'm concerned, with, you know, every new release that comes out of Dead by Daylight that's some very shitly animated, like, you know, different take on a previous killer's power, but they always praise it by saying, oh yeah, this is unique and it's groundbreaking and it's, you know, it's good, it's, you know, and it's all this, it's fantastic, and it's attention to detail. That was actually a phrase that was used by a commenter on DBD's Reddit in terms of something to do with, I don't know what it was specifically, but it was something to do with Wesker. I think it was Wesker just having voice lines against, you know, whenever he faces Chris, and that's attention to detail. You know, two characters that have history with each other in their own IP, referencing each other in Dead by Daylight. That's attention to detail, that is, fellas. Anyway, we're not going to go right into that because, you know, I'm not going to put myself on a pedestal by saying that, you know, it's smaller minds in terms of Dead by Daylight by, you know, people just not knowing how much attention to detail is actually in this game, which is what you've just seen on your screen with the directional animations and how, you know, the wildlife interacts with each other and all that sort of stuff. Everything that's going on in the game itself around you in this one that builds its atmosphere, versus a game, you know, that people are... They just don't know any better. That's my take on it. They don't know any better. And I think if they did, they would see where I'm coming from. Because as a competitor to this game, even though this game is dead, it's still the same genre. There is zero fucking atmosphere in Dead by Daylight. There's zero atmosphere. It's not an horror game. It's a run around in circles, Smash Brothers of horror. Yeah, it's a party game these days. I used to like Dead by Daylight. I always forget to throw that in there because I do think it is valid to say that when, you know, I go off on these rants where, you know, I say all these things usually on Goliath videos like this, because Goliath is usually when I enjoy myself most on this game, because he is my main and he is the monster that has a lot of attention to detail put into his character, and it flares those flags up, you know. But I do like to I like to try and get it in there when I can remember, when I'm not in the heat of the moment and fucking seeing red about, you know, how this fucking industry failed the ASIM genre as a whole. That I, at one time, did enjoy Dead by Daylight. I am essentially an ex-DBD player turned DBD antagonist or villain, you know, that sort of fucking twist kind of thing. Because I did used to enjoy Dead by Daylight, but that was in 2016 to 2017, around its initial release when it was actually a fucking horror game. I mentioned this on the previous video recently, the one that's when I titled it DBD's New Game Mode, when I said the old Coldwind Farm existed and the old Macmillan's Estate existed and it was dark and it was actually a fucking horror game. These days, all the maps are fucking bright, whether they're dark, whether they're at night or in the day. They ruined fucking Coldwind Farm for me anyway, because they just chased the fucking TCM aesthetic of it by just making it daytime, and it was shit. Like, the old Coldwind Farm was good as a horror experience. It was actually it was rustic and like dingy and dark, And that was what it was supposed to be, because it's supposed to be a horror game. DBD still use words in descriptions for the killers and the recent game mode that's been added, where they say they created a new terrifying experience and all this, and it's like, it's not. it's fucking not. You've had a horror game for 8 years that has only recently, within the past year or so, added fucking gore to it. The only gore we ever had in Dead by Daylight was the Hag's Mori, where she eats the organs of the survivor, and that was the only fucking decent Mori as well, up until recently. Because lo and behold, in a horror game, usually you need gore, because that's part of the horror. But fucking hell, you know, there's more gore in this game when the monsters eat wildlife, when you see a pile of fucking flesh on the floor. That's actually more gore than fucking Dead by Daylight has after 8 years. Yeah? And this isn't strictly a horror game, although by story, by the lore itself, I would say that this is probably a sci-fi horror game to an extent, because it does end badly in the end. The monsters do actually win. So, you know, and you are hunting something that by the time it reaches stage 3, you're actually fucked, or you're supposed to be. You can win against the stage 3, but that's the story of it. You know, they get too big for you as somebody who is actually employed to hunt these things. By the time these things get to stage 3, they're actually out of your control, and you're actually running for your life. That's the sort of horror aspect in this game. Which, you know, to address the counter argument there, just at the end here, where you're actually running from your life in Dead by Daylight, you are, but you're not scared while you're doing it. You're running around in circles, laughing with your mates on Discord. You know, you're running around in circles with a million fucking second chances for, you know, the inevitability when the killer actually catches up to you, when she wasted all the bits of wood that you drop with the same identical animation on, you know, across the map, that kind of thing. But yeah, there it is. It's the end of a Goliath video, as I say. I've said this before. You know, if you follow me videos, I mean, you can just turn the fucking video off if you don't want to listen to all this. But it's passion ranting. I fervently would say that I would vastly prefer this game to be successful than Dead by Daylight, but not because it's Dead by Daylight. I just want to stress that, because as I say, I did used to enjoy Dead by Daylight, but these days, it's not a horror game anymore, and it's not got any sort of, or at least from my perspective as a horror game, it's not got any sort of fucking identity anymore. It's basically, every time they release a new chapter, that might as well just be another fucking survivor or another character, you know, because the killers don't look scary in that game. They don't look uniquely scary, I should say, rather than just scary. I mean, obviously some of them are quite scary, because you've got the Spirit, she's quite good, she's got a good design. You've got Hux, a defective AI, that's actually a good design. It's just a shame that his actual gameplay is dog shit. We've got some of that on the channel as well. It's just designed to be monumentally frustrating for some reason to play as, but, you know. And then obviously you've got all the licensed characters like Alien and stuff like that, but it's just, every killer in the game is just the same fucking thing recycled and twisted into some way, but it's the same. It's basically like taking a piece of rope and tying it in a knot and then undoing it for the next release and tying it in a different knot, if you know what I mean. It's the same thing, but it's just done in a slightly different way. I spoke about that as well on my channel. Like, you've got Wesker and Blight. Wesker and Blight are more or less the same. The only difference is that Blight can bounce off walls. That's literally it. And there's other examples, but this is going on too long again, because obviously I'm digging into it, but there it is. It's all on your screen, my reasons behind why I set off on these rants and things like that, and, you know, why I do believe that this game should be alive. It should have another chance at life, but we had a very real chance of that actually happening about a year ago, but it was fucking mishandled again. Like the same sort of vein that this game was when it was alive, and it's down to the publisher. And again, that's another reason why I always attack 2K for this game. I would not attack 2K if they actually fucking did it properly, you know. But every time they have tried to revive this game, the 3 times, and the last time's probably the last one now, they've done it wrong. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend they haven't, you know, as, you know, I'm not being paid to fucking sit here and lick their asses, you know, just because I play the game after it's dead. You know, I'm playing this for my own entertainment, and I'm playing this because I enjoy the game myself. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna, like, hide the opinion in that sort of regard. So, but if they did actually fix it, and they did actually turn around and say, you know, oh, we are actually going to revive this game, then all of that would stop fucking instantly, overnight, because I'd have my favourite game back. You know what I mean? That kind of thing, that's what I'm talking about. But it's not going to happen, so you're just going to get the toxicity, I suppose. But, you know, people seem to enjoy this sort of endgame commentary like this, the sort of rants, so if it's something you're enjoying, I'll keep doing it. But, you know, just to hammer the point home, it's probably going to keep happening anyway, so there it is. 20-minute rant at the end of a video, probably. That's probably not 20 minutes, but it'll be close to that. But yeah, there you go. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you for the next one if you're still here. Bye.